care if I get hate because of this opinion, but this is my favorite Paper Mario Final Boss song.
Because you're like 9. Haven't even played the other games, I guarantee you.
Aramaru, 1837, how about we agree that you are a jerk? Everyone can have their own opinion, and that it is the internet, so no one cares about your opinion to begin with. Also, to enjoy this music, it is rather catchy.
Geez, Aramaru, calm down. Also, I'm 14, not 9.
Apologies about that. I'll admit it was somewhat unneeded. Aramaru, 1837, also instead of throwing insults at me, why don't you try to get me to see things from your perspective? It would be a lot more time efficient and, unlike insults, actually accomplishes something in the long run. Or you can continue to assume that I am a mere child that does not know of the 5 other Paper Mario games, or was it 4, or has even played them, both opinions being completely wrong. But as I said, it's the internet. We could go in circles all day and night and neither of us would get anywhere. So let's not okay.
Dave Matthew, you never gave your side, dumb fuck. All you did was come on here talking about some damn opinions or some shit. Pretty clear you didn't intend to accomplish anything. Also, you haven't played any other game, have you? It's not hard to know how many Paper Mario games there are, kid. 64. TTYD. Super Paper Mario, this garbage. And Color Splash, which was actually not bad, but was too weird, gameplay-wise, to be called a Paper Mario game.
Aramaru, 1837, bite me.
Well, look at your profile pic, nuff say.
All I said was that this was my favorite Final Boss song in the Paper Mario series, but it turned into a huge fight, and I don't understand that.
You said you don't care if you get hate, so obviously you do understand, dumb fuck.
Aramaru, 1837. I know you can say whatever you want, but please, can you please calm down and make a nice comment to people? Like I said, please not say about 1,000 cuss words with this reply, please.
Brooklyn Green. It's not hurting you to read a quick fuck.
Aramaru, 1837. Look, I'm understanding everything you're saying. I'm just here to clam you down. Not everything in the world is solved by anger.
Aramaru, 1837. I give one singular joke-like reply, and I come back to see this. Perhaps I need to reiterate my previous point. It's the internet. Also, yes, I have played the other games. I just don't know them off the top of my head. And I said I like the music from this one. End of story, opinion stated, over and done with. Agree or disagree, it's still the internet. Thus, your words are nothing but mindless, pointless raging for no exact reason, which is upsetting. Lunar 1314. So to prevent prolonging this bickering, I will ask you to at least apologize to him for being rude to him instead of me, the one who made you angry in the first place, and shall now be on my way.
Brooklyn Green, and did I ask? Piss off, stupid kid. Dave Matthew, learn how to spell raging, then I'll read the rest of the literal garbage you dumped on my fucking screen, idiot.
Aramaru, 1837. Can you say anything other than insults? Because it's actually rather entertaining to see you flip your lid like this, and makes it impossible for me or anyone else to take you seriously. And the fact that you are going to ignore my previous statement because of one spelling error is also rather silly of you and proves my point.
Dave Matthew, yeah, it isn't worth reading either, LOL. I shouldn't waste my time.
Aramaru, 1837. Well, since we both agree that this whole thing is pointless, let us just agree to disagree and be on our way then.
Dave Matthew, cool, so fuck off.
Aramaru, 1837. Nah! Seeing you spout pointless insults because you can't come up with an actual comeback to my remarks is rather funny to me. I thrive off your pointless rage.
Dave Matthew, I thought it was done. Why are you still here, idiot?
Aramaru, 1837. As I said, I thrive off your rage and anger. You want me to stop? Stop being angry. Easy.
Dave Matthew, not angry, dumb fuck. Piss off.
Aramaru, 1837. See angry?
Dave Matthew, not angry, dumb fuck. Piss off.
Aramaru, 1837. if you need them. But in all seriousness, I can see that I am being rather negative towards you, and you don't really deserve that, since you probably have had a really stressful day and don't need me adding to it. Thus, I apologize for my behavior towards you up to this point, and would like to turn this argument into something more positive. So I ask of you, what is your most favorite theme from the Paper Mario games?
Aramaru 1837. Hey, just saying some cuss words on the internet isn't gonna make someone leave. Please, for the love of God, just be nice. Being rude in this world would be the worst way to live your life. Like Dave Matthews said, you're running out of comebacks. Just stop. You ran out of ideas for cussing out kids and people. Stop. Just stop. You're a grown man, maybe a teen on the internet, cussing people out. Stop. And yes, I know you're gonna say, "Ah, just fuck off, kid," and that's not gonna make me go away. Just stop this madness. Now that I look at your comments videos, it looks like you're 13. Stop being whiny just because someone doesn't agree with you. Stop trying to act like the big guy when you're not. I bet you can't even beat a guy on the streets. Just stop trying to act like the hero you're probably most likely you are. Gonna say, "Lol, look at your spelling," and "fuck off, kid, lol," and that's too long for me to read LOL. And being a kid, me, doesn't mean I can't stand up for people. We can do what we want. And take your middle finger and point to yourself. That's where it belongs.
Dave Matthew, not stressful, you're just annoying, LOL. And there's plenty of music better than this shit, even from Color Splash.
Aramaru, 1837. Why don't you go back to your 1,000-year-old game and super overrated Paper Mario game? Your screen. Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violite. Oh, wait, I broke it. If it was done, why did you reply?
Metal Mario, nice try, dumb fuck, but I haven't even played any Paper Mario games except Color Splash. Now fuck off with your shitty excuses for jokes. People have better shit to read.
Aramaru 1837. Then why are you saying Paper Mario is better than this? Just because you saw someone, aka Alro, doesn't mean you can come out and say, this game is better than this. Sure, Sticker Star was pretty bad, but people can enjoy its gameplay music. So, nice try, you dumb fuck, for cussing people out, even though you haven't played Sticker Star. Yeah, get out. You're not welcome here, nor YouTube.
Brooklyn Green. I never said any game was better than this, dumbass. Learn to fucking read. And the other games obviously are all better because they got better reviews. I don't have to waste my time on this trash. Also lean to fucking spell, dipshit. It's you're not your.
Aramaru, 1837. Well, I see that my sympathy was misplaced. You seriously judge a game on what other people say about it? You, sir, have missed many a good game. Also, shame on you. Don't give out criticism if you don't actually have the knowledge to back it up. It's just stupid to say something's wrong and then give no evidence at all to support your theory, and that's researching 101. Also, it appears that you really do only know how to spit out insults. I am going to have fun with this.
Dave Matthew, I've had fun with this chain of replies for weeks now.
Lunar 1314, heh. I'm glad you are enjoying it. It's rather easy to take something negative and make it positive. Also, while I am at it, have a nice day. Or night. Depends on the time zone you're in, really.
Lunar 1314, hope you are enjoying it. P.S. He stopped replying, so victory! Just reported him, so say goodbye to all of those comments. Maybe his videos too.
Well, was fun while it lasted. This one's going in the memory album.
Well, it was. Aramaru 1837. See you next time. Or never again. Aramaru 1837. Still hasn't replied? Wow, what a coward.
LOL.
Lunar 13.4. Alright, so I was looking at the internet and found this image. This fits Aramaru 1837 so freaking well.
Aramaru complains how someone hasn't played the first 3 Paper Mario games. Hasn't played the first 3 himself. I mean, don't get me wrong, I hate this game, but this guy, is the most uncivil person I've ever seen argue about this game.
The Waterman I know, right? Lunar 1314 I know, right?
First time I've seen a comment chain like this in a couple years. Thanks for the laughs.
Deadly Hawk 98, you're welcome. I guess I didn't intend my comment to turn into this, but I'm glad it did.
Aramaru, 1837. Yeah, your argument can't continue since you've only played PMCS not to be toxic. But any point you make here is literally negated by that fact. So please be grown up for once. And yes, I know that I'm in the argument now. So go ahead and hate on me. I've never been insulted. So I'd love to see you try. Now, that's settled, please play the other games if you get the chance. They're really good if you like RPG Mario games, and are pretty nice in general.
Red the Pikmin Master 23. I'm talking about music. Dumb fuck, not gameplay, so STFU pussy lol. Regardless, I have played 64 and T2ID, just not all the way through, so I don't really count it.
WTF! I thought this chain ended.
Aramaru 1837. Oh God, he's back. The fire gaming me too.
Brooklyn Green, Not While I'm Alive, and I still like this song. No, JKI, I just wanted to say that one thing in case he wants to come back with his insult shotgun.
Red the Pikmin Master 23, all right.
Nah, so you're Aramaru. I didn't want to cuss, but please, shut the fuck up. No one care about your opinion on this thread. You just sound like a baby having a tantrum while the rest of us just look at you, laughing. So please, so you don't sound any stupider than you do now, shut up.
Aramaru, 1837. Hello again, my old friend. I see you're here to argue once again. Too bad this will end with you weeping, because your argument is less than the dust I'm sweeping. But you will not give up yet, because you don't realize that it's the internet. So you might as well be voiceless, as all arguments here are practically worthless. A special song poem about the argument you still persist on despite the flaws in your argument. Piz, you still haven't told me what your favorite song in the series is.
PNG Hot Dog Hudson, did I ask? No, bitch, I didn't. Fuck off. Dave Mathew STFU, I didn't even read what you said because I just know it's dumb as shit, lol.
Aramaru, 1837. What's this? You won't even try to argue against me now? Victory is mine! Mine! You incompetent fool! Mine! Moo-ha-ha-ha-ha-ha-ha! Muser doozer. No one likes a sore loser. Seriously, though, you are still doing this. Just accept that you were in the wrong here and move on with your life. Or stay here and continue arguing. Your reactions are rather funny to me. The Waterman, true, but that doesn't mean you can't get a laugh out of them. When people throw insults at you instead of giving you an actual logical reason as to why they think your opinion is wrong, you know for a fact that they will completely lose it if you stop taking them seriously. Case in point with my long argument with Aramaru. His reactions are still funny though.
Aramaru 1837, don't mind me. I'm only making this comment to spectate the craziness from my notifications. I have an anime to watch now. And let me throw in some firewood into the fire by admitting that this is a better Mario Ost than most of the other Mario RPGs combined. Yes, even the first two Mario and Luigi series games. Popple's boss theme is an exception. And this game has more charm than you. Sits in a lawn chair and grabs popcorn and a drink. Okay, everyone else can take on this loser from here.
You must be gay? Stefu pussy.
Aramaru, 1837. Oh, so your only experience was Color Splash? Yeah, mine was Sticker Star. So what?
Metal Mario, nah. Had a decent amount of experience with the other games. Enough to get the gist. Just not the whole games. And I feel bad for you if this is the only one you have experience with.
Aramaru, 1837. Well, I feel bad for you if you think I'm Attitude won't change that. Ever. Magalore, dude. The second game was awesome. Please tell me you know the second one was Partners in Time, not Bowser's Inside Story.
Metal Mario, yes. I know it was Partners in Time. My opinion was exaggerated a bit, but Ammo the Boss and battle themes in Partners in Time aren't as good as the others. Beside Elder Princess Shrew Phase 2, that one was somber and epic combined flawlessly. But I mean, when you compare it to the upbeat, catchy, mischievous chaos from Superstar Saga's battle and boss themes, and the half-serious and climactic themes fitting Bowser like a glove, and the cheerful, upbeat theme that scream Mario and Luigi working together to destroy small enemies, and that boss theme. It fit both Bowser and Mario Bros. Equally. Not to mention the BIS remake on 3DS that gave Dark Fawful an ominous and threatening remix of his Cacletta's theme, and the Dark Star's new boss theme is intense, and is as Kingdom Hearts-esque as it gets. Not to mention Dream Team and Paper Jam had amazing soundtracks all over. Hit on the other hand, most of the soundtrack is meh to great at best, and does not compare to before or after Emo.
Magalore, well, I thought Partners in Time kicked the soundtrack for Paper Jam in the rear end. But hey, I guess I usually prefer underrated games now. I like Sticker Star and Partners in Time.
Takes long sip out a cup from appropriate fast food place. Partners in Time had a nice soundtrack, it fits the atmosphere, and a good boss and final boss theme. I'd say it has almost as good as a soundtrack as DKCTF, which has my favorite video game soundtrack. Best ice area music even.
The Waterman, well, at least one thing we can agree on.
Yeah, none of the M&L games have been bad, IMO, with Paper Jam being the weakest. I think it's because all the other games were like, okay, let's take the Mario world and flip it on its head, like having strange enemy, boss, and world designs. But they seem like worlds that would be in a Mario game. I mean, who TF came up with Piranha Planet, and where can I high-five them? Paper Jam just has normal Mario enemies and normal Mario worlds. I could say the same for another game. Cough, cough, SS, cough, cough. Still a good game with good music and cool boss fights. Even if the bosses are recycled from past games. As for the rest, Dream Team was okay, and the first three were a better trequel than Kung Fu Panda.
The Waterman, yeah. I just wish Nintendo remade Partners in Time instead of ditching the true sequel for the third game.
I know, right? They just said Partners in Time? What's that? Did they think it was too dark? Maybe they just couldn't think of a Bowser's Minions addition to that. Maybe it's because at the end of Bowser's Minions, the final boss is a bunch of Fawful's robots, which you see in the third game. It's also interesting to see the robots in Superstar Saga because it means Fawful planned from the beginning to overthrow Caclette. Whatever it is, it's sad to see a good game get pushed under the rug. I'm getting SPM flashbacks.
The Waterman, well, maybe it's a timeline change. Maybe they will remake Partners as a third entry.
Good news! In Bowser Jr.'s journey, FYI, it's a side plot in BIS. One of the fights, mandatory at that, is with the two Shroobs in Bowser's Freezer. Now, yes, this fight happens in normal Bowser's Inside Story. But I find it odd they would add it into the subplot as a mandatory fight unless they were foreshadowing a remake of Pit. But sadly, I have come to two possibilities. Option A, they make a Pit remake on the Switch. Option B, sadly though, with the death of the 3DS, God bless its soul, I doubt we get a PIT remake on the Switch. We did get SS and PIT on the Wii U as ports, but those were ports, not remakes. Which option happens? No one knows, besides Nintendo. Sigh. I have bad news. Literally, after I wrote my comment, I found a video on YT explaining how Alpha Dream, the company that made the M&L games, has gone bankrupt. I guess that explains the Superstar and Bowser's Inside Story remakes. They needed a last-ditch effort to get money. But sadly for them, the 3DS was dying when these games were released.
The Waterman. Well, they just need to remake it. Maybe Nintendo can buy Alpha Dream and just go from there.
Aramaru, 1837. All right, I haven't touched this argument in a while, but are you for real still fighting with these people? Like, you are such a baby and can't stand what it's like with someone not agreeing with you. It's really sad to see this on a fucking Paper Mario video.
Brooklyn Green didn't ask you to respond, dumb fuck, so piss off pussy.
Aramaru, 1837. Ah, with the classic piss off pussy, you really are starting to run out of comebacks. Here, take this.
Oh yeah, forgot this was an argument chain.
The Waterman, yeah.
Lunar 1314. Oh, thank God. I thought I was the only one.
Aramaru, 1837. I see, even after the death of a company, you still mumble like a deranged teenager who only threatens the English language.
Wow, this conversation has exploded since I was last here.
Dave Mathew, yeah, man. Also, our Lunar 1314. This is your 100th reply on a comment.
Last time I was here, the comment had around 68 replies or something. LMAO. Also, I didn't know metal was flammable because Metal Mario is on fire.
Brooklyn Green, who needs support in a fucking online argument? This isn't court, dumbass STFU.
Brooklyn Green. Well, to be fair, a single person can carry an argument on their back if they provide solid evidence and look at both sides of the argument fairly. But does that mean our good friend over here is doing that? No.
Wow! 9 hours later, and there are already 6 more comments. This is the best comment chain ever. Even if this comment chain does come to an end, I'll never forget it. Thanks for the laughs, guys. I've been sick for a while now, and this really makes my days a bit brighter.
Aramaru, 1837. Do you ever try to think before typing your shit on your screen? Lunar 1314. Okay, I wouldn't say on fire, but okay then. Brooklyn Green. Well, whatever he thinks the win is, sounds like a piece of shit to me. Good point.
I don't care if I get hate because of this opinion, but this is my favorite Paper Mario final boss song. 116 replies, bruh.
Colorisa List LMAO. I never thought anyone would even reply at all. This comment chain really is something else. How about we give it a name? I'm thinking the Spectacular Comment Chain. You really have to drag out the N for it to sound good.
Brooklyn Green, I'm not here to argue, but how has this argument lasted over 2 months? Don't worry, he's just trying to make himself look cooler by going along with the better opinion, when he can't realize that not everyone has the same cookie-cutter opinion as him.
How about no? Yeah, he's one big idiot.
Paper Mario final boss theme, actually. But yeah, everyone deserves to have an opinion of their own.
Lunar 1314. Oh, but still.
Aramaru, 1837. Ryu Kenudon.
On 47 replies. Uh-oh. I agree with you a bit, but not the best. I can totally see why. Though Aramaru 1837, calm down. Just a Paper Mario opinion, Lunar 1314. You can always expect fights with opinions that are mostly controversial. Aramaru 1837. You keep laying the F-bomb. Nice and very classy. Dave Mathew. Yeah, it's rather hilarious. Aramaru 1837. Has it occurred to you that your replies have 0 likes and theirs do? To quote you, Lunar 1314, because you're like 9. Haven't even played the other games, I guarantee you. You're saying he hasn't played a game and critiquing about him, and you haven't either? Nice Brooklyn Green. Good Aramaru 1837. Why are you back? To seek the attention and give us more laughs at you? Doesn't matter if you're gay or not? What does that have to do with anything related at all? I've just realized I've been reading a 4-year-old's comments who just learned what cussing is for 7.5 minutes. It's really funny. You're just defending yourself because nobody's agreeing with you and you don't have a leg to fall back on.
Aramaru, 1837. Are you seriously still doing this? Really? I started this argument weeks ago, and you are still doing this, despite several different people pointing out each and every one of the flaws in your arguments. So let me make this clear. You haven't played any of the Paper Mario games all the way through. You said it yourself. The one you did play, you didn't beat. You completely ignored this game because you believed the game review opinions instead of making your own opinion on the game. You only respond with insults, most of which are repeats of previous ones. You refused to take a civil approach to the argument when I apologized for my rude behavior and instead used it to insult me more. You have no base, no experience, no opinion that's your own. And excluding your insults, no argument, just stop! Your attempts are funny, but it's honestly wearing thin at this point, so either accept that you're wrong or leave. Not that you're going to read this because you're too lazy, stubborn, and self-centered to bother, so I will just laugh as you mockingly reply to this without defending yourself in the slightest.
Gray plays don't need anybody to agree with me. And if I did, I'd be a pussy like you. Soft-ass nigga Dave Mathew read nothing you just said, so you can fuck off now.
Aramaru, 1837. Ooh, he's finally dropping the N-bomb! We got him, boys!
Brooklyn Green, I'm black, dumb fuck. And it's not my responsibility to waste my time reading that dumbass shit.
Aramaru, 1837. First of all, yes, I know you're black, you dumb fuck! Second, it's not my responsibility to waste my time reading that! Well, guess what? You're wrong for the 1,000th time. The reason why he made that comment is because he was explaining how dumb your replies are. You are so stupid here. Take this, you deserve it!
Aramaru, 1837. My friends, I give you Exhibit I through Z of proving my point.
Brooklyn Green, first off, not watching. Second off, didn't read LL say something smart. Then I'll read. Dave Mathew, fuck off. 9-year-old?
Aramaru, 1837. Do you know anything other than insults? I said it once, but you seem to have forgotten. So I will remind you, I feed off of your hatred. So how about no, mister, I am going to assume somebody's age like an idiot. I do not care about your age. I do not care about the color of your skin. I do not care of your history or your beliefs, because all you are to me is a useless bully who can only spew insults and is too petty to even try to notice or even acknowledge evidence that proves that you are completely wrong. Even when you yourself give said evidence, and I know for a fact that you're too worthless to read this, so you will never defend yourself. You are a pathetic bully that no one here will defend and no one likes. So stop, you have no point to continue. You have no argument, so stop. Though your outbursts are still somewhat funny.
Dave Mathew, while you still here, I thought I told your dumbass to fuck off a long time ago.
Aramaru, 1837. You completely ignored what I said as expected. And why should I listen to someone who is incapable of being civil? As I said at the beginning, this is the internet. Your insults mean nothing, and so do your arguments.
I like how Aramaru expects us to fuck off when he tells us to.
Dave Mathew obviously do if your pussy ass won't just leave the conversation.
Aramaru, 1837. Now I remember why I stick around. I love to see what kind of pathetic retort and comeback you are going to make at me that I can easily tear apart. Really, it is rather satisfying to see what you come up with. Okay, so how about a little challenge? If you can give one, genuine apology to everyone for being so rude, or can go at least 10 comments without any type of swearing, I'll leave and never return to this comment chain. Sound good to you?
Dave Mathew, pathetic retort. Put that thesaurus down, dumbass nigga. You don't look smart, lol.
Aramaru, 1837. You just love to prove my point, don't you? My offer still stands. If you want me gone, by the way.
Dave Matthew, then go bitch, damn. Your existence is annoying anyways.
Aramaru 1837. I see that you're able to type, but you don't seem to be able to read properly. You might want to look at the conditions I set for my departure to occur. Whether or not you try to accomplish them, that is entirely dependent on how much you want me gone now, isn't it? No reply from Aramaru in over 24 hours must have given up then. Huh? I guess that means we win the argument, I think.
Dave Matthew! Yeah, he's looking at the words he used already to see if there's more, but he used every single one!
Brooklyn Green, so we win by technicalities then?
Dave Matthew, I guess.
Huh. Well, that's it, I guess. So, do you want to have a more positive discussion of this game and its music now?
Yes, at least I have some form of soft spot for this song.
Yeah, it's a pretty catchy tune. It's too bad that the battle ends so quickly. Not that it isn't satisfying to pulverize Bowser's health down to 0 in the span of a finger snap.
Honestly, I got goosebumps when this tune started playing. Beating Bowser with 6 slots was an epic final move. Looking back, they could have had done something with it, but it's still nice.
Indeed. I honestly think they could have done a lot more with this game. I mean, picture this for a moment. A new company picks this game up and combs through it to see what they can improve. I can see them making a whole lot of improvements to the game, like more hidden secrets in each level, more creative stickers, a lot more NPC dialogue because it's rather entertaining to see what everyone has to say, some more paperization segments or at least implementing it into a few more areas, and puzzles, much more interesting puzzles, and a few new enemies. The music is great, and the game is not really bad per se, it just missed a handful of opportunities here and there. It's a fine game otherwise. Also, no shame in admitting something like that. Friend, though he much caught me by surprise to when I first reached this phase. Too bad I got completely incinerated mere seconds afterward.
Honestly, if I could remake Sticker Star, this is my pitch. I would redo the whole story. The plot with Bowser stealing the crown wasn't for me. I really like the sticker crown and wanted to see the possibilities they can do with it. All we got from them is just boss fights. Sure, I like them, but they could have done so much with it. Anyways, back to the story. It begins with the Sticker Festival again. The Toads are in line to show their greatest stickers, with Peach and Mario being the judges. Until Bowser breaks, though, and steals the crown that has been sealed. The minions start firing the Mushroom Kingdom. Everyone is panicking at this point. Mario jumps, though, and this is where the tutorial starts. Instead of Peach telling you the controls, Bowser would talk to you, giving you hints. The theme would be a remix of the original Bowser theme from Paper Mario, N64, and the Bowser theme from SMRPG. Of course, you lose the battle, and it shows a cutscene of Bowser taking the sticker crown and bringing it back to his castle. Then the whole screen turns white. If you want to see what else I would do with this, ask me. I'll love to give my pitch on Sticker Star.
Brooklyn Green. Your idea seems interesting so far. I would love to hear more.
This thread is cursed.
Galactic Hypernova, let me in on this action.
Galactic Hypernova. Not sure how to respond to that. Okay? Yeah, I'm going to respond with an okay, Julio Figueroa. By all means, join in on the discussion. All ideas are welcome here.
Dave Matthew. I sort of lost track reading through this entire string of replays. And the only thing I can start with is that everyone is entitled to their own opinions. But that doesn't make them wrong, because they have a different opinion. But it also doesn't mean they can harass other people because of their opinions. I thought the song was nice and climatic, upbeat to the game.
Julio Figueroa, I am in agreement with you, and you make a very good point. As for the conversation, well, at the moment, we are having a discussion on how the game itself could be improved. I myself believe that the game is fine, but missed a handful of opportunities here and there. And the person I am discussing it with is talking about how he would improve the story. I'm currently waiting for their reply to my message to continue discussing it.
I don't care if I get hate because of this opinion. It's my favorite Paper Mario game out of all of them.
Alpha the Enderman, that is a fair opinion to have.
Neoplay. No hate here. I thought the game was alright. I just wish the battles had more to offer.
Julio Figueroa. Yes, I agree. The battle system could have been fleshed out a bit more than they were. Not sure how you would go about doing that, though.
Dave Mathew, yeah. The only thing you get out of battles are less stickers and coins to buy more things. And stickers, it's at a point where the game forces battles on you. Like the Bowser Jr. and Kamek encounters are throughout the game. And it's full of mini-bosses that aren't exactly unique to the traditional Mario games. And that is another problem. There is hardly anything original.
Julio Figueroa? The Bowser Jr. fights are annoying. I will give you that. But I honestly found the comic fights to be interesting due to how unique they were. While most enemies and mini-bosses are kind of bland, Comic actually has that flip-flop sticker mechanic in his second fight, which honestly caught me off guard, and was a nice breath of fresh air from the regular spam the best stickers you have until it dies strategy. Which begs the question as to why they did not do something similar for the other mini-bosses.
My improvement would making a small story for each world. Every PM game did it before, dividing each world into chapters and give each one a small story that is 50% related to the main plot and 50% a story that is exclusive to that chapter. SS almost did it with World 3 with the poison, but still, it was lacking.
The Waterman, an interesting idea that I can see happening. Might I ask what you would have the side story for each world be? I would love to hear it.
Geez, guys, I was gone for a week and this is what I find. I really love this, and I guess I'll join the discussion. In my opinion, SS was not a bad game, but the awful battle system and lack of an interesting story makes it my personal least favorite of the Paper Mario games. I still think the game had a lot of potential, and honestly, I didn't realize that until I played CS, which is currently my favorite of the 5 games.
Lunar 1314. True, the battle system could have been better, and the game itself pales in comparison to the other games, but it still manages to be its own thing. Also, the large amount of secrets in each area constantly make you paranoid that you are missing something. And don't get me started on the museum.
My dude, your comment now has 200 replies. Dave Mathew. Also, sorry for not replying with my ideas. I have been doing some things.
Brooklyn Green, that's okay, stuff happens.
Dave Mathew. All right.
Brooklyn Green, checking back in. Hello again. Forgot to ask if you were going to continue discussing your idea. Checks back in on the conversation, spends 1 minute scrolling down to the bottom. Wow, this conversation grew to insane proportions rather quickly.
Dave Mathew! Oh, yeah, right! Okay, so right after the white screen appears, Mario is in the Mushroom Kingdom in ruins, like Sticker Star! And this is where the controls tutorial starts. It will have you searching everywhere to see what happened to the kingdom. Then, after you see every single place in the Mushroom Kingdom, you go to the first level. I'll tell you more soon!
Brooklyn Green, okay. Back to waiting, I guess.
Oh, I'm sorry for forgetting again. I don't really want to touch the subject anymore. I would like this to leave it as it is.
It's okay. Thank you for contributing your ideas. It's always nice to hear other people's opinions and ideas.
Thanks. Yeah, I just want this comment chain to come to an end. A day always must come to an end. Aramaru, 1837. Stop replying. Seems he got bored of us, but we were winning anyways, and we already won it. Even if he comments back, we would still win.
Brooklyn Green! I just wanted you to know that I've been watching this conversation for a while now, and you and your friends have my full support. I've listened to the music from this game and think it's awesome. I was wondering if we could chat for a bit about stuff like this. I'm 19 BTW and feel like some more input should be given. Is that okay with you, good? BTW, I've played through all Paper Mario games apart from the first 2, which I've seen all of. My favorite is Super Paper Mario. Yes, I know I'm gonna be in the minority of saying that, but it's an awesome game. This game is okay to me with an awesome soundtrack that shouldn't be ignored. What's your favorite Paper Mario game and why? I love exchanging opinions. It's very interesting.
awesome reply right there. It's good to know that there are others that appreciate SPM for what it is then, rather than casting it aside because it's different from the rest of the series. Not everyone expects a story-driven Mario game, and it freshens up the formula. I have no idea why so many people hate it. Probably because most people played the first 2 games and gotten used to that formula. But that's really good to hear. BTW, do you have Discord?
Aramaru, 1837, when you can't write a comment without swearing words.
Leo Rush, when you're an annoying piece of shit and won't fuck off.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Aramaru, 1837. Oh, hello there. Ready for round 2. My little whiny failure. Lunar 13, Vortor. Round and round the argument goes. When it will stop, no one knows.
Lunar 1314. That meme has been dead fucking idiot. Dave Mathew, I'm ready for you to piss off, you worthless fuck.
TF 229 answers about beef.
Aramaru, 1837. I already told you the terms for my departure. All you have to do is decide if you want to deal with me and fail, or just give up and swallow your pride, which we both know is never going to happen. So you're stuck with me for as long as you continue this argument that you are clearly losing. Also come up with some new insults. While you boil with rage, you limited vocabulary. Degenerate. See? It's easy to make up far more effective insults than the average swear words if you actually use a little effort. Hello? Have you finally given up?
Dave Mathew, there is no giving up, dumb fuck. It's just a meaningless conversation full of idiots except me.
Says the guy who uses the same insults, who never bothers to read the arguments, and does not even try to defend his place in the argument whatsoever. You are an idiot. On top of that, you obviously think that this conversation is not meaningless as you keep responding to everyone. Not to mention you started this whole thing by insulting someone because of their opinion, and then you refuse to read any argument that's a paragraph or longer, causing you to walk right into several word traps that immediately prove you are in the wrong for no real reason. Not only that, you never say anything meaningful or constructive in any way, and are constantly rude to everyone regardless of their stance. And finally, the icing on this 10-decker cake of incompetence and disappointment, you took the one opportunity I gave you to be polite and end this without a headache for you, and you threw it back into my face while also admitting that you haven't even played any of the games in earnest. I did not drag your pride through the mud and make you look like a brainless, arrogant maggot. You did. You destroyed your own argument. You ignored the statements that made you look like a fool. You chose to spit out nothing but insults. Your fault, your stupidity. Deal with it, or stick around and continue to look like a moron. It's entertaining, and besides, we win either way, and you lose either way.
Dave Mathew don't care to read your arguments, Lowell. As a matter of fact, I only read the first reply, Lowell. Quit wasting my time and fuck off.
Aramaru, 1837. Then you are nothing but a bottom-barrel fool who will have no success in life. As I said, you don't bother to defend yourself at all. That makes you an idiot. Also, why should I? You have no power here, and you never will. The fact that you think you do just displays your idiocy for everyone. Besides, I already gave you the requirements for my departure. Or you incapable of reading as well, my little maggot. Is he finally gone? Yeah, he is gone. Well, have a nice day.
Dave Mathew, is he gone if your dumb ass would just quit replying? I didn't even read shit you said.
Don't worry, I recently beat Sticker Star. And when I first heard this music, I got pumped up and ready to kill Bowser.
Aramaru, 1837. I told you that I would only leave if you either apologized for being rude or if you went 10 comments without swearing. You are not good at remembering things, are you, my little maggot?
Entertainment.
The waterman, bruh, Aramaru got more than 10 PPL on him.
Aramaru, 1837. You're already defeated. I thought you'd go on at least for 100 more comments. Well, goodbye and accept defeat.
Dave Mathew, not happening, stupid kid. Eve Mendez learned to spell them. I'll answer your damn question.
Aramaru 1837, boys, stop arguing. You got more than 10 people on you. This is getting nowhere but worse.
It's Josh, not even trying to argue, gay-ass kid. I just be chillin', then one of your butt buddies says something to me. Just fuck off if you want me to stop. Not that hard.
The song is good, but this game is bad.
Cubemaster 96, you right, Aramaru 1837, not even gay stupid. Stop assuming.
Aramaru 1837. The fact that this comment has over 200 replies, and most of them are yours, honestly makes my laugh so hard. I don't think I've ever encountered someone as ignorant as you on the internet. Like, are people not allowed to enjoy things that you don't like?
Dave Mathew, I'm probably beyond late in this comment section, but good job for defending yourself that long. People like that make me sick after reading all of that. I can sure say you won that battle 100%. Also, I wish everyone in this thread a Merry Christmas. Enjoy your day.
Tyvon Silva, why thank you!
Dave Mathew, but we care about his opinion, so that's a little hypocrisy there. Aramaru 1837. You're acting like cringe my god shut the fuck up nigga. Kill yourself. Also reading this shit thread to the music was epic as hell.
Aramaru 1837. Aramaru, can you not be an absolute bitch of top caliber? Just because some guy had an opinion. Like Siamon, are you the personification of insecurity or what?
Guys, just cut the guy some slack.
God damn, I forgot the popcorn.
Aramaru 1837. Hello, little maggot. Just letting you know that I am still in this comment chain, just in case you thought you were rid of me or that you actually won this argument. Okay, bye now.
Dave Mathew. I don't give a fuck where you are, dumb bitch. My name is on my profile. Why would I kill myself? Unlike you, people love me, sorry ass nigga.
Aramaru 1837 fucking bitch ass. YouTube deleted my comment, judging by the sheer amount of likes on your comments and subscribe count. Compared to mine. Yeah.
Aramaru 1837, just like no one cares about you, my little maggot.
Go the Oscar end.
Thomas and Joachim. Oh, hello there, classmate. Hey, everyone. Can you do me a favor? Go subscribe to my friend's YouTube channel.
I guess I'm ending this long-ass comment chain then.
Reading through this comment chain with the overly jovial music playing in the background was the most funny thing I've done in a while. Thanks, guys, special. Thanks to Aramaru for making this comment chain what it is today. This video just wouldn't be the same without it.
Lol, you're welcome.
When I saw the 283 comments, I immediately thought, here we go. The damn Paper Mario community can't handle people not playing the classics. The same way I couldn't handle people getting the Switch like years before me because they know nothing about Nintendo and Mario. But I wasn't cursing at them or showing any aggression. Just a little irritated. But seriously, can the Paper Mario community stop insinuating that people haven't played the originals just because they like the ones that they don't prefer? I haven't played TTYD, but I've played Paper Mario, Super Paper Mario, and Paper Mario Sticker Star. I don't have a Wii U to play. That my favorite one is Super Paper Mario, mainly because of the story plot, but that doesn't mean I don't like the others.
Phoenix Mario Happy Face.
Lunar 1314 also. It actually is quite catchy.
Lunar 1314. I still remember how much I used to love this song back then and now. Well, I still love it.
Take a shot every time someone cusses with the music playing.
Dave Mathew. You know, I usually see this type of thing in a Sonic OST comment section. Was even part of one. But I've never seen something like this before. You, sir, are a legend.
Angelic Entity Y, thank you.
Aramaru, 1837. This guy's a loser.
My, how far we've come!
This is one of my favorite SMB Star theme remixes.
Aramaru 1837 is toxic as hell.
Is it over?
Derek Romero, hopefully.
Paper Mario. Sticker Star was the first Paper Mario game I played. Then it was TT Weed. It felt weird going from Sticker Star to TT Weed because the games felt so different.
I think it's over.
Jesus Christ. This is why I hate stating my opinions to people. Because I'll most likely get fucking shit on like this poor person did.
Dave Matthew, my God, I love you, man. I swear while I was reading I had that music, and if you have the reference, I pictured the Snatcher talking when you did. He has the same way of speaking. I swear it's awesome. Maybe you should add it as your profile pic. You're now officially crowned by the monstrosity I am. Final boss of internet. Also, excuse me really quick, but Lunar 1314. Congrats on your now 300th answer on your comment.
The monstrosity. I actually can't believe this comment is this big. Thanks for all the support!
Lunar 1314, best comment thread I have ever read.
Lunar 1314. Actually, this was my first Paper Mario game, also have color splash. And I thought that this game has bad battle mechanics and story, but the music is stellar. And I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks that. Aramaru, 1837. Ah, I see. The one above all.
Aramaru, 1837. I'm sorry that you had to deal with these complete idiots for so long. I wish I was there with you. Dave Matthew Moron number 1, Brooklyn Green Moron number 2, Lunar 1314, and Moron number 3 for having shitty-ass taste.
Super Mario DS XL. Bet I can beat your ass at any and everything you do, Mr. Hater Yates. They don't know what an opinion is and get mad when you point out their kids. LOL.
Aramaru 1837, fuck you again, wow, you're a dick.
Hey, I'm just a guy who likes Mario games, so I don't really care if people like this game or not, but I enjoyed it, even with the limited creativity and broken battle system.
Aramaru, 1837. Lol, don't be so toxic.
Mr. Hater, do you really think I would take the words coming from someone named Mr. Hater seriously? If I were to guess, you probably have as many good arguments as your baby sister Aramaru. Get out of here before you get the 15 plus people in this comment chain on you.
Mr. Hater, it's rather cute that you think your opinion matters to me. Besides, I'm not criticizing your taste in music or questioning your intelligence. That's too easy, Aramaru 1837. You do not learn, do you, my little maggot?
Dave Matthew, I see you have superiority complex and are very self-centered. How very hypocritical you are. No better than him. Guess I gotta clean house and deal with little keyboard warriors like you myself. Lunar 1314. Haha, don't make me laugh. Unlike you, I won't be as pathetic enough to need 15 plus people and be all like, defend me guys, defend me. But to be honest, I don't blame you. If you were to face me alone, you wouldn't last a day, you narcissistic keyboard warrior.
Mr. Hater, hey, you poor naive fool. When did I ever claim that I was better than little maggot? That I am better than you? Oh, to live in your little fantasy. Can you not see what I am doing here? Or are you just as blind as he is? Of course I can tell you are cut from the same cloth as my little maggot. so I will humor your attempts at insulting me and everyone else present. Let's see how long you last.
Oh, I know your intentions very well, and I intend to stop it. I mean, what the hell is wrong with you? Just look at your comment. You poor naive fool. To live in your little fantasy? These are things that a narcissistic, self-centered man-child would say. And how am I, or anyone with half a brain cell, supposed to take you seriously? There's a reason the other guy left. You won't last long, Dave. You won't last long, 'cause underneath all that bravado, you're just a sad little boy with delusions of grandeur who BTW can't talk for shit. So here's a piece of friendly advice. Turn away now and stop wasting Aramaru's time. 'Cause if you don't, by the time this is over, you'll be my little maggot. No response? Guess I must have hit one of your soft spots.
So, you actually have some bite to you? Good! Let's see what you have got. I will compliment you on your use of insults, as well as how you got straight to the point.
This conversation is over before it even started, as you barely gave anything of a response, as to not to hurt your fragile ego more than you already did with that narcissistic as hell. Start, if anything. I should be the one who says, let's see. What you got? Don't act like you got the upper hand, as you can't even have a normal conversation anymore.
Mr. Hater, I thought about saying something, but decided I would wait to see what you would do. I am disappointed that I did that now, considering your lackluster response. Also, ego. Ha! You honestly think I care about something as petty as how others view me? I speak my mind, just like you do. And if somebody has a problem with our opinion, well, who cares?
I spent an entire hour reading this, and it's amazing!
Dave, Matthew. Obviously you do, otherwise you wouldn't have responded. Also, lackluster response? Our opinion? El Mao, this is getting ridiculous. First of all, you massive hypocrite, did you see the kind of response you yourself made? Yeah, me neither. Ha ha ha. And second of all, again, our opinion? Don't make me laugh. Who's our? You mean the guy with the Luigi profile and the one who started this mess? Lamau, yes. What would you do without them? Defend me, guys, defend me! Lunar 1314. Hey, come defend Dave Matthew. He needs you guys. He can't argue with me alone. Brooklyn Green. Hey, come defend Dave Matthew. He needs you guys. He can't argue with me alone.
And force. Why, thank you, Mr. Hater. Ha! Of course you didn't realize I wasn't talking about Lunar. I was talking about you and me. We don't care what others think of our opinion. We just say whether we agree or disagree with someone's opinion. In that way, we are alike, you and I. Don't you agree?
Ah, I see you're trying to get on my good side, as you know what they say. If you can't beat them, join them. How about this, Dave? Write a full paragraph apologizing to Aramaru, and I might consider agreeing with you and BTW. It has to be real nice, so no calling him my little maggot. Otherwise, I might just start calling you that myself.
That would require me to have a single shred of respect towards little maggot. And in case you did not read the whole conversation, I did apologize to him. He threw it back into my face and used it to insult me without responding to it whatsoever. You, on the other hand, are actually participating in a discussion, while my little maggot only responds with the same exact insults like he's a broken fax machine. You, I respect. Little wasp, I don't respect the maggot.
I checked the entire conversation twice, and I saw no apology. So let me guess. Because of your insecurities, you deleted it, right? Then guess what? Do it again. I want to see a full paragraph of you apologizing. And if you can't do it for him, then do it for me, if you truly respect me.
While I think we can both agree that his attitude did not help the situation, I will admit that I have been a tad too aggressive with my jesting and insults. I am apologetic for crossing the line once or twice, not for what I said to him. P.S. The attempt at an apology is near the start of the conversation when I start talking about how he is probably just having a stressful day, and that is why he was currently being negative to others.
You aren't one to talk as you and Lunar provoked this entire thing. So you only got yourself to blame. Just look at your first comment. How about we agree that you are a jerk and that it is the internet? So no one cares about your opinion to begin with. Do you think that kind of response he would take it well? No, you created this. So once again, I want a full paragraph apologizing to him, not me, about something you yourself made. Regardless of what he says back, as by doing so, you are being the better man.
You make a fair point. I shall apologize to him, but do not expect a paragraph. You make sound arguments, Mr. Wasp.
I'm not one to call someone by childish names, but you are very hypocritical after all, so I expect nothing less anyway. Do go ahead. Where is the apology? I don't see it.
Thinking of what to say that won't be taken as an insult to him, Mr. Wasp.
Then hurry up then, kid. It's already been almost a day and still no apology. Hello? Are you gonna apologize or what?
Mr. Hater, are you gonna fuck off or what?
This is the best song of Mario ever.
Mr. Hater, do not rush me.
Dave Mathew. It's been 2 days now, so no excuses. You aren't gonna apologize, are you? I figured as much. If you wish to continue arguing, then be my guest kid. Gamer of gamers, are you gonna fuck off or what? From now on, as punishment, every reply will be answered the same way.
But why? Why would you hate on a bunch of people and start arguments that didn't need to happen?
Julio Aramaru. Hello, other me.
Gamer of gamers, why would you yourself hate on me and start an argument that didn't need to happen, hypocrite? Julio Figueroa. Hello, other Julio. Do you have shit taste like the other you?
Mr. Hater hypocrite or no? You were still the one who continued shit that didn't need to be continued. Remember, this is all over a fucking Mario game.
Gamer of gamers, hypocrite, or no you. We're still the one who continued shit that didn't need to be continued. Remember, this is all over a dumbass opinion of a Mario game.
Mr. Hater, 1. I have a life at the moment. 2. You need a little bit of patience. 1 word, college.
You don't go to college, David.
Then you clearly set your expectations of me far, far too low. A shame, really. I thought you would be smart enough to not do what Little Maggot did.
Stop lying to yourself, David. How about you tell me what's actually going on?
Aramaru, 1837, man's talking like we. In a code voice chat lobby.
Mr. Hater College, as I said before, do you not listen, or are you refusing to believe that I have a life outside of this? Now, if you excuse me, I have a music class to attend. Spooky Boy 649. Also, last time I checked, COD discussions usually don't have hour-long pauses between each sentence.
Dave Mathew. No, not that. Only the toxicity and holy shit I didn't think you'd come back. I'm just looking at the amount of terrible comebacks coming from Aramaru. But then again, what else would you expect from an idiot like him?
Dave Mathew. The truth, not this fantasy you're living in. Don't be so entitled.
Spooky Boy 649. It happens. Also, I've kind of been hanging around since he had a habit of messaging me back. Constantly. Also, I like to look over this entire conversation again from time to time. P.S. Nice to meet you and have a nice day, Spooky Boy. Mr. Hater, I have told you the truth. You're just doing what every self-entitled person on the internet does, which is refusing to believe something that would render your point moot, make you look bad, or just rejecting the possibility that what the person is saying is true. So, you can continue to hate them. I will admit that this is the internet, so I understand that you have to take anything I say with a grain of salt.
Dave Matthew thanks you too.
Before we continue with our regularly scheduled argument, let's just relax for a little. Just in case, if you don't like the DX version.
Spooky Boy 649, moron number 4. I mean, do I even need to comment on how stupid you sound? Dave Matthew, you're just doing what every self-entitled person does on the internet, hypocritical as usual. Render your moot. Whatever that means, make you look bad, Jesus Christ. Or rejecting the possibility that what the person it's saying it's true. As if you're even telling the truth, am trying to work with you, yet you refuse to speak truthfully. Do you really think I would believe that a person as hypocritical, narcissistic, self-centered, and entitled such as you is a college student in music of all things? And that even if you are, that you would be working with this pandemic that's been going on right now? Please, you aren't fooling anyone, David, except idiots. Now stop lying and tell me once again what's actually going on.
Mr. Hater, I mean. You don't have to. If you want to do it then, by all means, go right ahead. I'm assuming you're on Aramaru's side or something. I don't know.
Spooky Boy 649. You're right, I don't you know already you are. No such thing as sides here, but I guess you could say that considering the parade of idiots here, yourself included.
Now, before I try to come up with an insult like a 12-year-old who has a constant stuttering problem, really terrible, since I'm god-awful at comebacks, you want to make the replies up to 400? I really got nothing else to do.
Well, it's good that you're self-aware, though. Not that open-minded. I'll give you that much. Maybe you aren't as big of a moron as I thought you. We're still. If you want to start a week-long argument, then be my guest.
Mr. Hater 1, truthfully, I don't want to apologize to Armu because I know for a fact it would not be genuine. And no matter how much I hate a person, I'm not going to insult them by giving them a mocking, half-assed apology. 2, online college classes are a thing that exist, and I'm not just doing a music class.
There we go, you see. What's that so hard? I knew you never had the guts to do it anyway. Your ego and narcissistic self wouldn't allow it. But at least it's a better excuse than college. Once again, you are a sad, hypocritical, narcissistic, self-centered, entitled man-child. If you were gonna lose, you could have at least done it the honorable way.
You do realize that online college classes are a thing, right? I am not lying about that. Do I need to prove it to you? Just so you can have a slice of humble pie? Also, why should one apologize if both parties know that it is not genuine? If anyone's narcissistic, it's you, little wasp. Also sad, hypocritical, self-centered. It takes one to know one little wasp. That's just a fact of life. And I'm going to live mine the way I want to live, just like everyone else in life, within reason, of course. So if you think your petty insults are doing anything other than annoying me, or serving as my daily entertainment, then I would love to live a day in your self-centered reality translation. I know. I just don't care. And considering how you're acting and insulting everyone here, no one cares that I'm acting this way towards you either.
Okay, Can someone give me a timeline of this place?
Funny, Valentine. I'm not sure what you're asking or how to answer it, other than saying, start from the beginning also, as I've made it my little tradition to say this. Have a nice day or night.
So, Dave Matthew, you continue to prove once again why you are a hypocrite. I mean narcissistic? Me? Elmo, look. Who's talking, kid? I mean, what's this about a Mr. Wasp? Are you seriously gonna resort to name-calling now, Mr. Hypocrite? How old are you? Also, stop with the excuses. This has nothing to do with college, and you know it. It takes one to know one, and yet you keep proving time and time again you are one Mr. Hypocrite. That's just a fact of life. Oh, I think I'm doing more than just annoying you if I'm serving you as your daily entertainment. Mr. Hypocrite, I'm the highlight of your life. So you are also indifferent, Mr. Hypocrite. Great now, you're a hypocritical, narcissistic, self-centered, entitled, and indifferent man-child. So also back with the no one cares comment. Are you seriously gonna resort on others now to flat up your pathetic ego more? That's right! Where are you buddies when you need them? Defend me, guys! Where are you?
Highlight of my life? You're not one of my many books or literature, so I'm afraid that statement is false. Nice try, though try again.
Yes, highlight of your life? You're too much of a uneducated, hypocritical, narcissistic, self-centered, entitled, and indifferent man-child to read any books or literature. Mr. Hypocrite, so I'm afraid that statement is false. Nice try, though.
Journey to the West, Mark of the Dragonfly, Champion. I have read many books. Your ego is just so horrifically bloated that you refuse to believe anything that contradicts your self-centered view of reality. It would be sad if it wasn't so funny to see you make a complete and utter fool of yourself. But I'm not going to stop you. The only one who looks bad here is you, little germ. Also, do you really need to be a jerk to everyone else in this comment? You are not doing any favors for yourself, little germ.
Your ego is just so horrifically bloated. Look who's talking, and then you wonder why I call you a hypocrite. Self-centered view. Look who's talking. It's amazing how you can make everything that comes out of your mouth sound as hypocritical as possible. So who do you see me being a jerk to other than your hypocritical self? If I responded to someone in a bad way, it's because they probably said something stupid to begin with. So you're not doing yourself any favors by asking little hypocrite, or do you need someone to defend you?
Julio Figueroa. Hello and have a nice day, Mr. Hater. Of course I know that you are just going to respond with more insults, so please, by all means, scream your head off at me on the internet so that I can just laugh at your attempts to hurt my feelings.
You are a very flawed man, Dave. What would your parents think after seeing the way you act? Why keep fighting me if you know you're not gonna win anyway? Why be indifferent and not apologize for your own mistakes? I tried to work with you and you blew it. Then you wonder why you keep getting screamed at when in truth you're a terrible person.
There's a difference between being a terrible person and acting like one to others. You, sir, are the latter, or have you forgotten how you acted to the others? Also, you completely ignored what I said to you.
I mean, stop with these excuses. But it's the internet. It's the internet. But you behave because I'm not gonna let you get your way. I can just laugh at your attempts to hurt my feelings. You're not laughing, Dave? You're not laughing? If anything, I can tell you're getting upset. No, Dave, you are a terrible person. This is the real you, not some fake persona you try to make everyone else believe. You, sir, are the latter. How ironic coming from you. Have you forgotten how you acted to others? I already explained this to you, but ironically, you forgot. You completely ignored what I said to you. You know, Dave, in all my years on the internet, sometimes I think you are the most hypocritical person on the planet.
Who is the antagonistic one here? Because it definitely isn't me, you poor, pathetic whelp. Barking and baying like anything you say will ever matter. No, your words don't hurt me because they are artificial, fake, designed and spoken for the sole purpose of inflicting pain, without putting actual feeling behind it. Ha 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 ha. No, your words are hollow and do not deserve the electrons my brain cells would have to burn to process them. Just like you. You're not special, you're not unique, you're not important, and you never will be. Not now, not ever. So go ahead, whelpling. Keep making a fool of yourself. I'll just watch the show laughing all the while. And in your ivory tower of hypocrisy, did you ever once realize I never denied what you have been saying? You are a parasite, Mr. Hater. Someone that must tear everyone down to justify their worthless existence. Perhaps I am one too, but that's where our similarities end. Your lash out at anyone you see as below you. I lash out at people who do what you and Armu did. Insult and tear into someone because they dared to have an opinion. You did not agree with or lash out at people who defend themselves from other people like you. I never said I was better, but does it really matter in the end? At the end of the day, one of us looks like the bad guy to everyone else, and since I haven't been antagonizing everyone participating in this, it's most definitely not me who's the bad guy. Try to say I'm wrong here.
Dave Mathew, do you have a prediction for how long this will last?
Dave Mathew, and that's where you're wrong, you poor, pathetic hypocrite. You're the antagonist here, Dave, not me. Your words don't hurt me. That's what you say, Dave. But where did your narcissistic self go? Where did all your confidence go when everything you write now looks like you're shaking out of anger, sadness, or both? You are slowly breaking down, showing your true colors as you can't even have a normal conversation anymore. I'll just watch the show. Laughing all the while. Of course, from the outside, you're smiling to preserve your fragile ego and as to not humiliate yourself any further, but from the inside, we all know how that looks like. So don't worry, Dave. You are not a clown. You are the entire circus. You are a parasite, and you are a hypocrite. Someone that must tear everyone down. Everyone who is an idiot, that is. You lash out at anyone you see as below you. Dave, don't be ridiculous. I'm not as narcissistic as you, or at all for that matter. I lash out at anyone who do what you and Armu did. A mistake you will regret as you started all of this, and I aim to end it. Insult and tear into someone because they dared to have an opinion you did not agree with. If I do not agree with your opinion, especially if it's wrong, then I'm simply not going to let you have it. Or lash out at people who defend themselves. And when did that ever happen again? At the end of the day, one of us looks like the bad guy to everyone else. That being you, of course, since you did not apologize. It's most definitely not me who's the bad guy. I disagree. Try to say I'm wrong here? Already did. Funny Valentine Dave is starting to break down, so he won't last much longer. Now give it a few more days. He'll give up by then if he knows what's good for him.
Mr. Hater, going back to the main comment that started it all. I do think this game is the worst in the series compared to the rest, even though there isn't a large list.
Julio Figueroa, that is a fair opinion to have. I know it's not the best. There are parts of it that definitely could have been improved, but I enjoyed it for what it was, though it's not really worth replaying. Funny Valentine, a few days at least. Honestly, I'm guessing the comment count will reach the 500, 600 before this is over, considering the fact that I'm not going to let him keep insulting everybody, and the fact that he is a brick wall of stubborn and rudeness. Mr. Hater, you do realize that you can't actually see me when I'm writing this, right? It's sad to see that your logic is this twisted. Really, everyone is entitled to their opinion whether you like it or not. Do you see yourself as some kind of god or something? That's sad. You're sad, not narcissistic. The fact that you say that other people should not be allowed to have opinions if you don't agree with them says otherwise. You're just digging a grave for yourself here. Do you not realize that? So let me just clear the air so we are all on the same page. I agree that the game is not perfect. In fact, I would even say that parts of it are downright bad, but it is still enjoyable to play through it for the first time, and the music is on point. I agree that they could have done some things better and some things differently, but this is what we got, so might as well enjoy it for what it is. The reason I was so hostile to Armu is because he was insulting somebody for enjoying the music of the game. So I responded in turn with a quick jab to get him to back off. What I didn't expect was for him to retaliate so violently to me, to keep going for that matter. Truth be told, I don't mind that Armu doesn't like the game. It's his opinion to have, and I respect it. But that does not give him the right to insult others for their taste in games or music. If he had worded his response in a less hostile manner, I would not have responded at all. The same goes for you to Mr. Hater. I have no problem with your opinion or that you dislike the game or me. It's your opinion and you're allowed to have it. But when you start insulting others and call them morons just because you have an issue with their opinion, that's when I started this hostility towards you. Nothing else to it than that. So no, your words are not hurting me. They are not showing my true self to the world. They are said solely to get you to leave since the apology seems unlikely. Nothing more to it. So with that said, let's just start all over again on a more positive note. Hello, Mr. Hater and Armu. I am Dave Mathew, and I enjoy this game's music and a bit of its gameplay, though I wholeheartedly agree that it could have been made far, far better in comparison to the others. I personally think that it's okay, standing on its own.
I'm not going to let him keep insulting everybody. Jesus Christ, are you trying to get sympathy from others now? As if I'm villain here?
You kind of just ignored the main point of what I just said.
'Cause I'm not done responding yet. I took a few-hour break anyway. Where was I? Do you realize that you can't actually see me when I'm writing this, right? Yes, but I don't need to. Your reaction says it all. Dave, it's sad to see that your logic is this twisted. And it's sad to see that a college student is this hypocritical, narcissistic, self-centered, entitled, and indifferent. That's sad. You're sad? You're right, it's sad that a college student could be behaving like this. You're just digging a grave for yourself here. Do you realize that? Yes, Dave, I realize that you're digging a grave for yourself by fighting me. Music is on point. You must have terrible taste in music then, as it's the weakest in the franchise. The reason I was so hostile to Armu is because he was insulting somebody for enjoying the music of the game. Because he was wrong to begin with, he didn't even play the other games. What I didn't expect was for him to retaliate so violently to me. Or to keep going, for that matter. You started confrontation, and on the internet that could have serious consequences, especially if I'm around. So what did you expect? For him to grab his bags and back off? Armu does not have the right to insult others for their taste in games music. It's called freedom of speech, sweetheart. And on the internet, people are very vocal about everything. So for once, don't be such a hypocrite. If he worded his response in a less hostile manner, I would have not responded at all. And if you worded your response in a non-hostile way, he wouldn't had retaliated at all, and this whole mess wouldn't had started. You start insulting others and call them morons just because you have an issue with their opinion. A simple moron doesn't hurt, they are wrong to begin with. And if they wish to go even further, then they can be my guest. That's when I started this hostility towards you. Nothing else to it than that. You started being hostile to me from the beginning, as you made the exact same mistake as you did with Aramaru, so don't pretend like you're some kind of social justice hero. It's rather cute that you think your opinion matters to me. Besides, I'm not criticizing your taste in music or questioning your intelligence. That's too easy. You started confrontation, and we're quick to jump to assumptions with that narcissistic as hell. Start. If you would have responded in a non-hostile manner, we wouldn't be having this long argument. So no, you didn't start being hostile to me because you saw me insulting other people, Dave. Your words are not hurting me. That's what they all say, as you aren't exactly making your parents proud. My words are said solely to get you to leave. That's never going to happen, Dave. I have grown very persistent over the years, and trust me, persistence pays, and I will stay here for months if I had to, will you? An apology seems unlikely. Then you will perish here, eventually with me, as it's either you apologize to Aramaru now, and we'll be on our way, or we gonna be staying here for a long, long time. So with that being said, let's just start all over on a more positive note. We aren't gonna start all over on a more positive note until you start apologizing, Dave.
Then, answer this one. Question. Are you going to apologize for your own hostility? I made it clear with that comment that I have nothing against you and trying to calm everything down so the apology can be said. And yet, you doing exactly what Armu did and are throwing this opportunity right back into my face. Could I have responded to Armu in a better manner? Yes. Did you have to insult everyone present and then demand that both me and the wronged party? No. Were you wrong to come to Armu's defense? Also, no. Are you doing a good job of disabling the situation and making an effort to not appear hostile? No. For past reference, the reason I am calling you a hypocrite is because you're doing the exact same things you're accusing me of. So why should I take you seriously? Why should I not see you as a joke for this? I made mistakes in this conversation, but so have you. So let's just start over again on a more positive note. Then when we calm down, we can give each other a genuine apology without it having any negativity and spite behind it. That seems reasonable, right?
Are you going to apologize for your own hostility? Short answer. No, unlike you, I did nothing wrong, Dave. So it's either you apologize to Aramaru and behave, or you slowly perish with me for months. Either way, I consider it a win-win. I made it clear with that comment that I have nothing against you. Gee, it sure doesn't seem that way. Otherwise, you would have apologized. trying to calm everything down. You keep provoking an argument by still not apologizing, and trust me, Dave, it's only get worse from here. So the apology can be said. Good, then do it. You doing exactly what Armu did? Stop with these assumptions and just apologize. You are throwing this opportunity right back into my face? What are you talking about? Did you have to insult everyone present? Jesus Christ. Again, when did this ever happen? Are you doing a good job of disabling this situation and making an effort to not appear hostile? If it isn't obvious enough at this point, let me remind you that this is something you should be doing yourself, not me. Otherwise, expect to keep arguing. The reason I'm calling you a hypocrite is because you're doing the exact same things you're accusing me of. Are you seriously gonna pull the no you card? Assumptions, hypocrisy, and irony, that's all you do. I mean, how else would you defend yourself? Why should I take you seriously? Yes, Dave, tell me. Why should I not see you as a joke for this? Yes, Dave, I want to know. You see where this is going? The irony. I made mistakes in this conversation, but so have you. No, just you. Dave, remind me again. What mistakes I made? Let's start over on a more positive note. Apologize to Aramaru first. Then I might consider and we'll be on our way. We can give each other a genuine apology. I want to see a genuine apology for Aramaru first. That seems reasonable, right? Apologize then. I'll think about it.
Okay, I'll just be frank here and ask you to answer this question with a yes or a no. If someone is being rude and overly negative to you and you apologize to them, would you honestly believe that the apology is genuine? That isn't some backhanded mockery towards you? If you answer yes to that question, then please rethink why I'm trying to calm everything down and get the hostility to stop before I try to give an apology to anyone.
Answer this question with a yes or no. Fine, ask away. If someone is being rude and overly negative to you because you provoked them to begin with, would you honestly believe that the apology is genuine? Yes. That it isn't some backhanded mockery towards you? No. Please rethink why I'm trying to calm everything down. Well, you can start by apologizing to Aramaru. And get the hostility to stop. You'll be stopping it by apologizing to Aramaru.
So you honestly think someone you have been insulting for the past few days would actually be able to give you an apology without any sarcasm or spite behind it? What? The point I'm making here is that you and I are angry. So any apology we would give would clearly be seen as false. For the insulting everyone thing, did you seriously forget the fact that you called 3 people morons for having an opinion, insulted everyone who has responded to you in one way or another, and the fact that you opened up your intro into this by calling everyone present garbage and defending someone who was being hostile to everyone, period? Even you have to admit that what you did was just as bad, if not worse, than how I originally responded to Armu.
So you honestly think someone you have been insulting for the past few days would actually be able to give you an apology without any sarcasm or spite behind it? I already told you yes, or do I need to clarify more? What is this twisted mentality you have? The point I'm making here is that you and I are angry. Again. Stop making assumptions, Dave. It's just you. So any apology we would give would clearly be seen as false. I myself don't have make an apology, as I didn't do anything wrong. You, on the other hand.
Please reference my comment listing everything you did wrong, as well as your own claim of not being a hypocrite, and then try saying that again. And no, I'm not angry. Annoyed? Maybe, but it takes a lot more than this kind of conversation to actually anger.
As for the insulting to everyone, Dave, listen to me. If you keep up your assumptions, hypocrisy and irony, am honestly gonna stop listening to you and keep arguing as you are doing a terrible job at de-escalating the situation. And only provoking me even further if you want to come to some sort of agreement then. 1. Stop being defensive. 2. Don't tell opinions or to calm a person down. 3. And apologize to Aramaru since you were in the wrong, not me. If you fail to do any of these things again, then I'm done listening to your nonsense. And this time, we'll sticking to arguing until you are gone. Now, final chance, behave and do the right thing. As I already listened to you for far too long. And honestly, even I get tired of hearing your same B's over and over again. And if you want to play it that way, then so will I now decide. Will you, 1, apologize and stop being or doing all the above? Or would you, 2, continue this argument?
Listening? Do you honestly think you have been listening, Mr. Hater? Since you clearly refuse to see the truth, I am going to go through all of your comments, and I'm going to show you exactly why you are a hypocrite. So let me give you a last warning, Mr. Hater. Stop for 5 seconds. Go back to your first comment and see how you reacted to everyone, because you're the aggressor in this scenario, as I have already pointed out to you. And don't realize this yourself. I will take the words you have said so carelessly and show you. P.S. This bolding thing you are using is not impressive and does not make what you are saying intimidating. P.P.S. I have 3 other siblings, Hater. It's going to take a lot more than your pointless dribbling to actually upset me.
There's not gonna be any more listening. Dave, I gave you another chance and you unsurprisingly blew it. Now we argue again, and this time we're sticking to it because of your own stupidity until you are out of here for good. Weeks, months, years, whatever it takes, little hypocrite, you are a complete disgrace of a college student, and I am honestly disgusted to be talking to you at this point. Assumptions, hypocrisy, and irony is all you do. And it will be the end of you, as you are not a college student. You are egotistical maniac. You are a failure to your family and relatives, and a failure to yourself.
And I would love to have never met such a hypocritical disappointment such as yourself. But we don't always get what we want now, do we? You think you can best me in a competition of sass? You think your insults have any weight? Think again. I rode the storm for 8 whole months with Armu. You think you will be a contest?
Hypocritical, narcissistic, man-child response. Please try again. From now on, as punishment, every reply will be answered the same way until you get your head straight, or I drag you out of this comment chain completely by any means necessary.
That's it? That's your plan to make me leave? Seriously? That's it?
Please try again.
It's please try again. Do try to use proper English.
Hypocritical response. Please try again.
Please try again with proper English. As I said, I have 3 other siblings. Do you really think this is gonna work? No. Oh, can't believe I didn't do this sooner. But thank you.
Everyone here is an immature moron who doesn't know the stop. It's just true. So both of you stop. And if you reply to me, that's how I know you haven't stopped. So with that being said, reality is an illusion, and the universe is a hologram. By gold. By...
Mechita, I blame it all on Dave. His stubbornness started this, and he refuses to take responsibility.
Machitar, honestly, I know that this whole situation is stupid, and I have tried to calm things down. Those attempts just haven't worked due to said stubbornness. Honestly, this is the internet. This is not something that should be treated so seriously. Though, honestly, I'm just doing this to rile him up at this point. Regardless, you are right. I'll reel it in. P.S. Looks at the end of your message. What?
The end of the message is a reference to a show that goes by the name of Gravity Falls.
Dave Matthew. No, those attempts didn't work because you are a clown and are incapable to look yourself in a mirror and realize you are all the above, such as a hypocrite, narcissistic, etc. Mechatar, yes. Bill Cipher, I believe, was his name. Says that, though, on the other hand, do not expect Dave to know anything about this. Dave Matthew. It's been 3 days now, so I, told you I would drag you out eventually. Goodbye, little hypocrite.
If the internet were an anime, this would be it. And it's a story to behold. First arc insults versus logic. You have the band of heroes working to defeat a final boss, Aramaru, who thinks only his opinion matters, attacking all who oppose him. Too deluded to see maybe the world is full of different people who are entitled to their opinions, tastes, as much as he and his accomplice deem them garbage, forever having one of them. This is to defend one of the heroes who was immediately attacked for having an opinion. Second arc rise of the hated egotist. Once the boss is down and out, his lackey, Mr. Hater, which is a fitting name for his role, rises up and finishes what his master started. His master cowers behind him as he immediately attacks the heroes upon arrival, and nobody knows where he came from. Then it's him and Dave as they fight a war bigger than WW2, Dave trying to stop and calm his insults, as Mr. Hater defends someone who belittled a person for having a different opinion. He tries to justify these actions, and by constantly repeating, Dave is a hypocrite, hoping he'll believe it someday. Mind Games, Battle of Wills. The new boss, Mr. Hater, believes he's the good guy by trying to manipulate Dave into believing he is the bad guy by telling him things he's not, and to apologize for standing up to the bully he is now protecting. Also, after he defends a guy who belittled someone for having different opinion, you start to question his motives a lot. This is giving me Steven Universe, Season 5, finale vibes. Says things like, he's a bad college student or a failure to his family. TBH, you don't bring family into stuff like this, so a pretty low blow by the boss. Neither side gives in, and the boss deludes himself to think he is in the right after saying himself that people who genuinely like this video have garbage tastes and bad opinions. Failed restart. Tranquility gone wrong. At one point, the hero offers a do-over, which is refused due to the boss wanting an undeserved apology for his defeated comrade, who I don't need to remind you what he did, but he doesn't need to apologize. But, oh no, the boss doesn't need to apologize because he misinterprets what freedom of speech represents and abuses that fact to justify his claims. The boss timelessly accuses the hero of hypocrisy, implying he's no better than he is, but fails to note his own contradictions, making him the very thing he called Dave out on. He even brushes over the fact he insulted people upon arrival. Where the plot is now, does it even matter? The boss demands the hero gives up and stops having an opinion, or trying to calm things, like a civil human being. And he might forgive him. The hero refuses, knowing his words will be bitter and irrational if he does. Glorified versions of "know you" and "I know you are, but what am I?" are thrown around by both parties, and as it becomes more childish, a civil citizen, Mechatar, questions these actions. The boss's response, well, he started it. Me. Coughs in Aramaru. The boss has also claimed a fake victory, as the hero is a no-show, probably due to online college. But this guy will take what little victory he can get, which is really petty. Will Dave return? Will the boss ever stop acting like he knows everything and everyone? And will this battle ever end? Find out next time on It's Literally Just Mario Music. Chill the fuck out and let people be people, and stop being so butthurt that the rest of the planet doesn't share your views. This is me signing off. WTF even? Is this replies section? In all honesty, though this is just a good catch-up story, poking fun at this whole situation, and people who think them and their opinions are absolute. Law. People should always have a voice, but for purposefully the right reasons. And debates show comments that make you think without the soul factor of malicious intent. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Now I'm willing to talk about SPM with everyone else, but this means putting this behind us. So no more demands for an Aramaru apology. Mr. Hater, if you've looked at his comments, you'll know he's not getting an apology from Dave for reasons that should be clear by now. I hope we can all be civil Mario fans who respect different opinions, because at the end day, we are all gamers after all.
Rochambeau Row. Entertaining red, but I'll honestly argue against that, as it almost all sounds like one-sided propaganda. So let's start with the first arc insults versus logic. We already on a good start. You have the band of heroes, more like a band of hypocritical morons, if that's you mean as a real hero. Cough, cough. Dave wouldn't have provoked a whole argument to begin with, working to defeat a final boss, Aramaru, who thinks only his opinion matter. Oh, don't start with the assumptions he simply disagreed on. He's opinion, because it was wrong to begin with. He didn't even play the other games at the time, but I guess his own opinion is not allowed. Now, is it you hypocrites attacking all who oppose him? Other way around, he got attacked by everybody and was defending himself. But at least he managed on. He's own as something very similar happened to me too, but in a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon video, where I eventually prevailed against the entire comment section after 2 years or less. So this one wasn't nearly as bad as that one. Anyway, continue in on with Arc 1. Too deluded to see maybe the world is full of different people. You're right, Shambo, yet you and others fail to realize that with Aramaru making you a hypocrite and ruining your credibility. That's it for Arc 1, on to the next one. Second arc, Rise of the Hated Egotist. Once the boss is down and out his lackey. How funny with that kind of logic. I guess Dave is the hero, and you guys, yourself included, are his sidekicks. I'll be using that from now on. His master cow is behind him. Just as your master, that being Dave, cowers behind you, how much you want to bet he's gonna come back now? Nobody knows where he came from. Nobody knows where anybody came from. This is the internet, sweetie. Dave trying to stop and calm his insults. More like Dave provoking the situation further. Mr. Hater defends someone who belittled a person for having a wrong opinion. He tries to justify these actions by constantly repeating, "Dave is a hypocrite," along other things, because he keeps proving he is one time and time again, hoping he'll believe it someday. Oh, I'm sure he does. He's not that stupid, at least. Han's third arc, Mind Games, Battle of Wills. The new boss, Mr. Hater. What happened to me being Aramaru's underling? Believes he's the good guy by trying to manipulate Dave into believing he's the bad guy. Because it's true. Dave is a hypocritical, narcissistic, self-centered, entitled, indifferent man-child, with no real self-regard for others' views, and no, I'm not manipulating him. That's too easy. Get the reference, Dave, if you're reading this.
Before you continue, PLS understand. This was just a story. Poking fun at how dumb this whole ordeal is. PLs take the arcs and plot with a mere grain of salt. There are no masters or legacies to carry out, and no one is cowering. Obviously not. I mean, you got good guys and a big bad boss. Obviously, it's going to be exaggerated and extremely one-sided to the good guys, even to my own thoughts and feelings. The characters are exaggerated for the story. When you guys are all like, "Ha ha ha, fool," and I see you've got some bite, and once again, you're a hypocrite. That sound like one-liners off of an anime, which there are a bunch of one-liners in this feed. I couldn't help but turn it into a story. If you read your and Dave's lines back, it's something right at home with JoJo's BA. Honestly, kind of funny. It's an entertaining read, and that's all it ever will be. And I'm sorry if you feel attacked or offended, as it truly wasn't aimed at causing you to dissect the story, exaggerated for the sake of the plot, which there are roles in, because it's a story. This isn't me finishing what Dave didn't, or plastering propaganda on the walls and rallying the squad to charge full open arms into battle like some sort of heroes avenging him, or the master, as you put it. No. This is me taking what looked like nothing more than a battle of wills JoJo's story and having fun with it because it looked bizarre. Who knows? Maybe I'll make this a concept someday because this is a generally good one. Also, one last thing. The way you and Dave word your writing makes it believable that if not for all this pointless bickering, you guys could have been friends. It's a shame you guys don't see that maybe you're not complete opposites. So just be cool. I hope this chat a good day, and that I can finally get some opinions for SPM, as I really like that game. An SPM opinion from you is what I want.
Telling him things he's not. Shambo Shambo. Listen to me, he's a terrible person, okay? He's a terrible person. He's not some hero trying to save the day. He's an egotistical maniac in complete denial and a failure to both his parents and himself. To apologize for standing up to the bully. You call that standing up to the bully? Aramaru had like the entire comment section on him for an opinion you yourself didn't like you. Hypocrites, how would you think that will make him feel? You people disgust me. You start to question his motives a lot. Be more open-minded. Shambo. Not this one-sided BS, just go back and think about it. This is a guy who only played one Paper Mario game at the time he even admit to it. TBH, you don't bring family into this. He is supposedly a college student, so his attitude is completely unacceptable, and his parents should be ashamed of themselves for raising such a child. Pretty low blow by the boss. Pretty low blow by Dave for his inexcusable behavior.
There's been a lot of talk about this track being just good or trash, with no one giving any reasons why. I propose we talk about what makes this track good and bad to people who do or don't like it, to come to an understanding of where each one of us is coming from.
Sigh. Fine. I'll stop ranting on your comment even if I completely disagree with it. At least you stopped provoking an argument, unlike a certain someone who failed to do so twice, as for me and Dave being friends. If he wasn't all of the above and handled things differently, I would have been less aggressive, but friends, that's pushing it.
There are a lot of things I could say about this drama for everyone involved, but I'm not, as it would be childish to milk this beef even more, and that would defy why I'm here, to just mock a heated situation. Overall, I say it's finally time to lay this beef to rest. Right, this has been the most interesting comment section I have ever seen, and all I really can say is, just wow. I'll never forget this spaghetti. It was a fun read while it lasted. I guess anyone who wants to continue to argue from this point onwards, PLs, just stop. There's no point. It's just not worth tearing each other apart anymore, like savages. Not that it ever was, but I digress. If that means forgetting about this entire reply section and my little story, then by all means, do what you must, guys. This is over. For really real this time. Anyways, we're all here because of Mario. So why not talk about the guy, huh? If you want, you could answer my questions I asked on SPM, this track, or even the franchise as a whole. Or not. The choice really is yours. If we let this reply section waste away into the abyss. Until the next comment, I pray it's positive. See ya, PS. Lunar, you finally hit 500 comments. Mate, let's go!
Hey, y'all! Just wanted to say I'm trying to make another comment chain so we can bring positivity to the PM fan base and this comment chain as a whole. All right, bye-bye.
Aramaru, 1837 LFAO, you're clearly the kid here.
Oh, God.
Aramaru, 1837, sir. Chill.
So today I saw that you are a moron for having an opinion somehow. Well, there are 500 replies now, so this is the end maybe unless an idiot starts it up again.
I can sleep peacefully knowing the goal that this whole thing was.
Reading this whole comment thread was a roller coaster of emotions. The retardedness of Mr. Hater and Aramaru to Dave. Cooking up these snatcher-like responses is such brilliance too bad it ended all of this over a theme. Was honestly amazing. Thank you, Mr. Hater and Aramaru, for showing me entertainment in your rage, and Dave for bringing witty responses. Kudos.
This pretty smug. This comment is beautiful.
We're close to 500 comments, boy.
Dave Mathew. Hey, man. This must have been a wild ride for you, LOL. Also, if Mr. Hater replies, then I will ignore him knowing that he's an asshole who recycles the same points. Buttsicle, I know, right? This is something that should be on Gamer Frommer's Internet Hall of Fame. the Waterman. I guess I'll start it. I can't wait for Origami King. Okay. But seriously, that game looks amazing, and I think they should continue down that path. Some people are saying it should continue until it goes back to the TTYD formula. But I don't think it should. We shouldn't judge a game for what it isn't, but for what it is. If people do that, then they will get a game that they will love more than TTYD. Constantly wanting stuff from the past led to the mess that is the Sonic series, where they are stuck between using nostalgia and trying to make interesting new concepts. I just think we should embrace new and original ideas.
Aramaru, 1837, shut up, jerk.
Everyone, whoa, guys, chill. I know all of you want to see each other's heads on pikes, but we can just enjoy the music. We can all agree that this is good music. It isn't shit like crazy bus music.
My God, what a ride!
490 comments, WTF? Not gonna read that. If you read mine, then IDK, what is wrong with you?
Aramaru 1837. Honestly, you sound like a 9-yo. You only care about your own opinion and refuse to let anyone share their opinion. So take off your dirty nostalgia goggles for a second and let us enjoy the song.
Aramaru, 1837. It's been 10 months, but 64. Really good, but kinda basic. TTYD, a bop, but not the best. SPM, amazing, but is basically a remix. SS, same thing also if you're going to insult people for liking the great music of a below-average game in an amazing series, then why are you here? CS, great, my favorite is SPM, but they all have their flaws. Listen, dude, I don't have SS, but it has my second favorite final battle theme. I don't really love the older ones, but I see why they're great and still like them. Just dislike the vid and be on your way.
Yoshi705 ID gaff about your opinion. This song is still shit.
Well, I tried!
Didn't ask you to try dipshit.
Listen, I'm trying to be polite. Nobody asked, and yet I did it. Also, you shouldn't just insult someone because of their opinion, unless it's something really bad. This isn't bad. Good day, sir. Comment 500.
Aramaru, 1837. Imagine insulting someone over liking Paper Mario.
Came back here after the release of the Origami King, and what a thread this is!
The Origami King, no!
Brooklyn Green. This was such a great comment chain I've ever seen in a long time. Those brats, Mr. Hater and the Toxic Kid, are really something, aren't they?